thanks very much for tuning back in. So you're more than likely going to hear quite a bit of noise, and that is my heat pump going into overdrive because it's been sweltering the last couple of days. I think today we had some humidity. Yesterday I think we were up to around 40, so nice and hot out here. Not as bad as yesterday, so we're getting better. I do have a stick here, and what that's going to do is it's going to go in here and it's going to bolster up the side. So I don't know if you can actually see. Let me see if I can scroll down. And it's going to basically go in here. It's going to reinforce the side, so I'm going to screw those in, and hopefully that will help the box work well. So that is one project, and hopefully one of the final projects that I've got to do. We do actually have quite a lot growing in the garden. As you can see by the thumbnail of the video, we've got tomatoes. We've also got this monster zucchini that I'm going to harvest either tomorrow or Sunday, sooner rather than later, because I want the other one to take charge and start growing there. And I've been going around and putting a bit of the ash from the barbecue as fertilizer for a lot of the other plants, so just going to see if that helps out here. I'm going to start snipping back these peas. These peas are done. Peas over on this side aren't yet done, but they're getting there. And we're just waiting for the lemon cucumbers to come through, so just trying to point down here. I don't know if you can see right here, we've got one of the lemon cucumbers coming through. We did try one the other day. It was nice and crunchy. One I didn't try because I don't like cucumbers, but it might be good as a pickle, so we will see if that's the case. And we do actually have some corn coming through, so if I can hold this all the way up, so I'm just under 6 foot, but as you can see, these things are going even more higher than that, so 7-8 foot, maybe higher. The biggest guy, if we can go all the way up here, you can see how big they actually are. So the corn's getting massive, and we are getting corns with the tassels showing, so we will actually go ahead and pollinate those manually, see if we can actually get some good corn this year. Potatoes are still going. Looks like this guy right here might be towards the end of the life, so it's starting to yellow. I don't know if that's an infection or whether that's just on its way out. Don't know. This was the first guy that we planted, and that's still going strong, so could be a different variety of potato. So we will have to see, and I'll have to carefully dig this one out if anything, because the others are looking pretty good. And as you can see as well, we're getting quite a few beans, so I've already got a couple of handfuls in the house, but you can notice all these beans just really growing up here. The more you pick, the more you get, is the old saying, and that is the case, as well as with the cucumbers. So we've been picking quite a few of these little cucamelons, or the Mexican sour gherkin as others call them. So we've been getting quite a few of those, and I'm thinking of harvesting some tonight or tomorrow and going ahead and trying to pickle them. So we will see. I will have to also take these peas back because they're starting to die off. It is pretty warm here. More than likely I'll look to get a second planting in, get a fall plant of peas going, hopefully. We will see if we can get that. We are starting to get some ripening of the tomatoes here, which is good. So these are the big beefsteak tomatoes. We're getting quite a lot of salt and pepper pickles. As you can see, I need to do a bit of trimming of the leaves, and we've got another monster zucchini here. Don't know if we can actually see it. And of course, when I did that, I knocked the camera off, so that was great. Oh, it's the leaf. So I've got a leaf that's doing a zoom for me. It's knocking the camera off. It's great. So yeah, we've got right here, you can see it, monster zucchini, so we'll be looking to harvest that as well. So that is that. Is this actually recording? It looks like it is. Okay, so we don't have any ground cherries here, but we're getting lots on the balcony, which is good. We are getting tomatoes ripening on the first big plant, so we've got a bunch there. We've already ate most from another bunch over there, and that's quite literally it here. We've got bay leaf down here, which I'm gonna have to harvest and see what I can do with it. And we have been looking in there to see if we can actually see the praying mantis, but we can't. So he must be either hiding well, or he's been someone's dinner. So we'll see. The celery is actually doing very well here, so that is good. We will look to continue to harvest that as we go, and we are getting some tomatoes growing. So you can see here the fruit is yet to fill it out. You can see it's really soft at the moment, but it's doing its thing, and we're getting some cucumbers, some actual big cucumbers going on there. So I just need to do some harvesting this weekend, and I need to do some trimming back. So trim these leaves back again. We want the walkway nice and clear. Potatoes being the exception there, and obviously there's not much we can do about the corn leaves, but that's all we can do. We are getting the pickles to climb up, which is good. So the pickles are starting to climb up and go over. The one problem we've got on this side is that the leaves are very pale. So I don't know if that's just some deficiency, but what I've done is I've put some compost in here. So that was the sea fertilized compost, so shrimp and all that kind of stuff, and I put the ash from the barbecue. So I want to see if that actually helps. I will have to take this pea and cut it at the root. Again, I don't want to completely take it out because you want the roots there from what I've been told, so it's not a big problem. I'll leave the roots in. That's everything from the back garden really, so I'll take you up to the balcony and we'll see what's going on up there. So welcome out to the balcony, and as you can see, not much different going on here. Only problem that I've got right now is these leaves getting patches. I'm not too sure whether that's something that we're doing in terms of watering, or whether that's some sort of disease. We're really only getting it here. We're getting a bit of patches on some of the other leaves, so I'm not too worried about it now, but I just need to look into it a bit further. The ground cherries themselves are doing very well, so kind of enjoying them at the moment. And then over here we've got the watermelons, which are still doing pretty well. Need them to grow a bit better though, so there is that. I do need to harvest the soybeans here, so we do have soybeans here. We've got soybeans downstairs, so definitely need to harvest these because I think they're done. So basically need to rip them off, and as you can see here, this side I think has got some spray on it because I had to spray the leaves because they were getting devoured, but the other side, as you can see, is pretty good. So yeah, I'll just pick them as I go and put them in my pocket, rinse them, boil them, and then we're good. The jalapenos are doing pretty well, and again the celery up here is doing well. This guy is not doing too well, but it's starting to recover well. We are getting some green leaves down on the bottom, so just giving it a bit of time to recover and hopefully do its thing. Peanut plant is doing very well, and I am very happy that the lime is starting to come back. So I'm going to really watch this. Need to make sure, yeah, we will need to water soon because it's fairly dry. Maybe tomorrow I'll give it a good soak through and let it do its thing. So that's everything out on the balcony. It is absolutely sweltering, so I don't want to stay out here too long. So yeah, I will speak to you soon.